another story that I have like in my heart that I must discuss. Lamar and Khloe. They have there's a documentary out about Lamar, and we are learning some things that just yikes. So this is from page 6. Lamar Odom's real motive to marry Khloe Kardashian exposed, and more bombshells from the shocking Untold Netflix doc. Odom wanted to better his future through the marriage. On screen, Odom's childhood friend Anthony Pumpkin Booker recalls attending Odom and Khloe's televised wedding in 2009. At the time, Booker claimed Odom told him that, quote, the moves that he's doing, he was doing it to try to better his future because the Kardashians know people and have made connections. In the doc, Odom recalls what he saw in Khloe. Quote, I'm watching now. She lives their lifestyle. I'm like, this is how I want to live, end quote. Destiny 28, Odom's daughter from his childhood sweetheart, Liza Morales, appears on screen to say he did love Khloe, but he wanted to be on reality TV for a long time. I wanted to discuss that because there's a lot to unpack there. Number one, it's really interesting because pop culture watcher, I tried to watch the Kardashians, and I want to say at the very beginning, maybe I watched a couple episodes here and there. Girliest girl you'll ever meet. I love blah, blah, blah. I could not stand reality TV. I don't know why. I don't, to be honest, I think it's like, I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I care enough to like have these conversations about like what has gone on. I think there's like more to it than just like this person threw a drink on this person. So like, I care from that perspective, but like, their everyday life, like I personally just don't care. And I don't mean that in a callous way. I just don't. I like to get my drama from like scripted shows, to be honest, if I'm being honest. So I saw episodes years in the past, and I think I've seen like a couple of Chris Lee episodes once again years in the past, but like not recently. So I want to say Khloe and Lamar, from what I saw, I always was like, oh, I thought he was better for her than third trimester Tristan. But it just, this is awful. I cannot imagine, like, a couple of things. Number one, like, and they said this on the toast too, might have been an inside thought. I don't know if you need to share this. I don't know if this is important to share. I don't know if this needs to be shared. Like I said, inside thought possibly. It's embarrassing. And I feel so bad for Khloe. Like, I think about, this is just a side note, and I'll get back to the topic. I think about this. She is one of the sisters. I think she's the youngest sister of the big three. So I think it's like Kourtney, Kim, Khloe. And there's like songs about how she's quote unquote the ugly Kardashian, which I hate that. She was bigger. She is the one, I feel like she has a uniquely different relationship. Not all of them have a relationship, but I feel like hers is uniquely different for a myriad of reasons. She just seems to me like, I don't know, I just feel so bad for her. Like, I cannot imagine her self-esteem. I cannot imagine, like, especially like, and it's not like she looks so drastically different from them, but these are your sisters, and she was kind of, I hate to say, the odd one out, and I hate that so much. And I just can't imagine like what that does to your self-esteem. And then you end up hearing things like this by someone who's supposed to love you. Like, he really just wanted to be with you because of your lifestyle. Like, God, like, is we supposed to feel endearing to Lamar? I guess I need to watch the whole documentary because like just this clip, like just this section right here, it's just so awful. And then the next thing, it just kind of reminds me, like, we really, watch who you marry. Like, it's beyond me. Like, like, thinking about this, I'm just like, this is awful. This is absolutely awful. And it's embarrassing. He just liked her lifestyle. I can't imagine. And then she's sitting there. She's part of the documentary too. Yeah, just a reminder to like your lifestyle. I think it also has to be hard too when you are famous in general, just to find genuine people. But I guess he's famous too, technically, because he won 6 man. So he was a basketball player. I guess, even those people, like even people who are in your same field, I guess, can also not be genuine because of, some of his character. Some of it's just part of like not having a good character in general. But I'm sure it's hard. But this is just, when I heard this, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. He just wanted the lifestyle. I think it's also too, like, why it's important to use discernment. And it kind of goes back to like wanting the attention. Like, once again, I don't want to sit here and diagnose Khloe. I don't know. From what I've seen and from what I've heard, I just can't imagine like how her self-esteem, she's probably had to do a lot of work, but especially at that time, because I want to say this was still around the time when she was like, you know, a little bit thicker and she was called the ugly Kardashian, like, you know, the things like that. So I can't imagine like how her self-esteem was at the time, but it's just like something to think about. Like, do you know, using discernment and like wanting the attention and like making sure we have something in us and like we have friends and community and people around us, our family, who can like kind of call us out on stuff. And I don't know, I mean, Lamar could have been like perfect and like nobody knew, quote unquote perfect, and nobody knew, but like I'm just thinking like in real life, you know, it's not going to be the same as like these people who live in a completely different world than we do in real life. Just kind of thinking about that and about like when you're in, you know, you're trying to find someone and like just making sure you're using discernment and like, does this person actually like me? If you're noticing like something simple as, you know, we're at your house and all they want to do is just like play game, like they're not trying to get to know you better, or like they, you know, you introduce them to people and all they want to do is like meet other people and never talk to you, things like that. Just noticing like the tiny subtle things just to make sure that like someone actually likes you, and also not to just give in to like the at least I'm being liked. And like I'm saying this, I'm also talking to myself because that's really hard, especially when, you know, as we said, like in Christian worlds, 25 plus, you're an old maiden if you're not married. So it's hard not to give into the like, well, at least I'm being liked. But, you know, it goes back to no matter what, though, it's better to marry late than to marry wrong. Honestly, it's better not to marry at all than to marry wrong. It's better to marry late than to marry wrong. And I think that's like, that should, whenever you go on a date and you meet a guy and like he's disrespectful, he is rude, he is, you know, clout chaser, fame chaser, something like that, I think in the back of your head, your mind should start going, it's better to marry late than marry wrong. It's better to marry late than marry wrong. So yeah, my condolences to Khloe. Seriously, that's awful. And it's embarrassing. And I just don't, I don't know if I'd want you to say that. Yeah. Thank you for watching this clip of Those Are the Girls with Mallory and Friends. You can watch the full episode here on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.